You ever get that feeling when a phone rumor sounds too ambitious to be true until Apple actually does it? Yeah, that's the vibe around the iPhone 18 right now. Every new leak is painting a picture of a phone that's not just another yearly refresh, but something that could shake up how we think about smartphone photography and design altogether. From the chip that could make it faster and cooler than any iPhone before, to a camera system that might finally outshine Samsung's best, this one's shaping up to be wild. Welcome back, viewers! Sam here! If you love staying ahead on all things tech, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on that little bell icon so you never miss what's next. Alright, let's get into it. So let's start with what's quietly becoming Apple's biggest flex, the A20 Pro chip. This thing is rumored to be built on TSMC's 2nm process. Now, that might sound like just another number, but in chip terms, it's massive. We're talking smaller transistors, which means faster performance, less heat, and better efficiency all at once. Early insiders claim it could run up to 15% faster while consuming roughly 30% less power than the A19 chip inside the iPhone 17. Basically, the iPhone 18 could be faster, cooler, and last longer on a single charge. And that's before we even touch the camera. Speaking of cameras, this is where things start getting really interesting. Apple seems ready to bring back something the smartphone world hasn't seen done right in years: a variable aperture lens. In plain English, that means the iPhone 18's camera can physically adjust how much light enters the sensor. Need bright, clean night shots, it'll open wide. Shooting under harsh sunlight, it'll narrow down for sharper detail. This gives you DSLR-like control right from your pocket. And here's the twist. Samsung tried this years ago with the Galaxy S9 and S10, but they dropped it because of production challenges. Now Apple's bringing it back, but more refined and smarter than before. Imagine pointing your phone at a dimly lit cafe and getting a photo that looks like it was shot with studio lighting, or switching to daylight mode and capturing every texture of the street with crystal clarity. That's what variable aperture can do, and according to multiple reports, both the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max will feature it. It's the kind of upgrade that feels subtle at first, but once you use it, you won't want to go back. And here's something Apple might not talk about directly, but it's a clever strategic move. By introducing variable aperture, they're subtly pulling professional photographers and content creators even deeper into the iPhone ecosystem. You'll get more manual control, more creative freedom, and potentially new Pro modes built around aperture settings. Think about how cinematic mode changed video on the iPhone. This could do the same for photos. But Apple's not stopping there. Another major rumor says the company's ready to experiment with a semi-transparent design element on the iPhone 18 Pro models. Yup, you heard that right. Part of the back could reveal small glimpses of its internal cooling system. Not a full see-through phone, but just enough to make it look futuristic. This ties into the new vapor chamber cooling that Apple started with the iPhone 17 Pro lineup, helping it stay cooler during gaming or video recording. So, not only would it look cool, it'd literally stay cool. Now, here's where the iPhone 18 takes another leap: the modem. Apple's reportedly ditching Qualcomm entirely with the new C2 modem, designed fully in-house. The C1 debuted in the iPhone 16 series, but this one's expected to push 5G speeds and efficiency even further. Better millimeter wave performance, faster carrier aggregation, and reduced battery drain. Basically, smoother connections without your phone heating up like a toaster. But here's a fun bit of controversy. Apple might actually remove the camera control button that debuted on the iPhone 16. Yeah, the one meant for quick photography. Apparently, not many people used it enough to justify its cost. That's classic Apple. Experiment big, observe quietly, and cut what doesn't stick. It's a reminder that even for Apple, innovation means trial and error. Now let's talk about that screen, because this could be Apple's cleanest design yet. Reliable sources are hinting that the iPhone 18 Pro Max could finally ditch the dynamic island altogether. Instead, we might get a near full screen front with under display Face ID and possibly a hole punch camera so small you'll barely notice it. This would make the iPhone 18's front look almost like a single pane of glass, something Apple's been chasing for years. Combine that with next-gen LTPO panels that adapt refresh rates even more intelligently, and you've got a screen that's buttery smooth yet power efficient. Scrolling, gaming, even idle animations, everything will feel seamless. But here's where things get spicy. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is reportedly coming with one of Samsung's biggest sensor upgrades yet. It'll likely have a wider aperture main camera for improved low light shots, but the difference? It's fixed. So, while Samsung's camera will deliver gorgeous photos in certain conditions, Apple's variable system adapts to all conditions. It's like comparing a sports car that's great on straight roads versus one that can handle every twist and turn. Apple's betting on versatility, and that's a powerful edge. And honestly, this is where the real battle begins. Because if Apple nails this camera system, it could pressure Samsung to bring back variable aperture in 2027 or even the Galaxy S27 Ultra. These companies have this ongoing leapfrog rivalry. One moves, the other counters. But this time, Apple's playing the long game. Still, the iPhone 18 isn't just about specs. It's about refining the experience so it feels next gen. The new chip promises smoother multitasking, the modem promises faster, cooler connectivity, and the camera brings actual creative control to everyday users. Add impossible transparent design cues, better thermals, and a near bezel, less screen, and you've got a device that doesn't just look futuristic. It performs like it too. But what's most exciting is that all these leaks, taken together, don't feel like random experiments. They feel like Apple is quietly building the foundation for something even bigger. A smarter, more adaptable iPhone ecosystem that blends hardware and AI in ways we haven't fully seen yet. The iPhone 18 might be the bridge between today's smartphones and the next wave of intelligent, creative tools. So while it's still early, one thing's clear. Apple's not just competing anymore. It's redefining what it means to hold professional, grade tech in your hand. Whether it's the A20 chip pushing boundaries, the variable aperture revolutionizing photography, or that rumored transparent twist giving it a futuristic edge, the iPhone 18 looks ready to raise the standard for everyone else. And something tells me when this phone finally drops in 2026, the conversation around smartphone photography, design, and performance is going to shift again.